Well, hello, my beautiful kindred spirits. I hope that every one of you are doing great today. It is about 60 degrees outside, and spring is in the air, and it's absolutely gorgeous here in the southeast. And I hope that wherever you're watching from, it is beautiful where you are as well. Thank you so much for coming by and giving this channel a chance, and for all of your sweet comments and you letting me know some of the ideas that you have for videos, because that's so helpful to me and it means a lot. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, I've got some special things that I'm going to show you today. These are some more treasures that we found in our attic of our 1915 farmhouse. And so I've got a table of things here that I'm going to show you. And then I'm also going to read you another one of Mayell's letters. And I think that you're going to really enjoy this one. So if you're about to get in the bed, I want you to pull those covers up tight. Close your pretty eyes if you're sleepy, and then you can just listen to the sound of my voice. Maybe you can hear that old crow out there that's crowing. And if you're not sleepy, well, I invite you to watch, because we're going to have a show and tell of all kinds of treasures today. All right, so first of all, this is really neat. This is an old school book, and it's a Baldwin's Reader, and it says 3rd year. And it's got a little name in here, and let me get my glasses on so we can see this better. It says Miss M-I-S-S Mayell Howler. And it says January 3rd, 1907. So this must have been a 3rd grade reader. This was copyright 1897. And there are all sorts of different little stories in here. So this was a 3rd grade school book. And oh, this is so neat, because, and I know a crow is not the same as a magpie, but they're in the same family, I believe. But as I just heard that crow out there cawing, I turned to this page, and it says the magpie kept on working and working, but every bird, when it had learned a little about nest building, flew away without waiting to the end of the lesson. At last no one was left but the turtle dove. It had paid no attention to what the magpie was doing, and so had not learned anything at all. So, some beautiful illustrations. And I don't know who this little Miss Mayell Howler was, but I sure would like to know. I love that. It's got such a good smell to it too. I love the smell of old books. Do you? That's the best. That's the most comforting smell to me. My daddy used to take me to the library every Saturday morning, and I'd pick out all kinds of books, and just the smell, the feel, the sounds in a library are just some comfort to me, and I just love it. What about you? Okay, next up, there were a whole bunch of postcards, and now that I'm looking at these, I think I may have shown you some of these last week. If I did, forgive me. I know I showed you a St. Patrick's Day card, but I'm not sure if I showed you any Easter cards. Maybe you can remind me. I need to pay better attention to what I do on my videos. But I thought that these were so beautiful, because they are so unique. This one has a lot of writing on the back of it. Isn't that neat? And they're all Easter cards, Easter postcards. And next up, I have this old rolling pin. And I don't think anybody could have ever really used that to do anything with. It must have been for a dollhouse or something. But it is wooden. I think that's just so unique. This is really neat. Now, this actually was not found in the attic, in the trunk. This was found when we pulled the boards off for the floor. We found this down underneath the house. And I don't know if it's an old medicine bottle or what it is, but it's just a tiny, tiny little bottle. Glass. It's a glass bottle. I just love that. Okay. Now next, this is probably one of my favorite things. Well, there are so many favorite things, but I really like this. We found this tiny old doll. All it actually is, it's like a little China doll. It's just her head and her shoulders. And then there was this little pillow stuffing body. And then there was this little chiffon polka dot wrap around it. Can you see that? Isn't that something? And then we also found this little toy rocking chair. And this is, I don't know, it's metal. I think it might be cast iron. I'm not positive about that. But I just set her in this little rocking chair, and she sits on my desk because I just love to look at her. Little old Tommy doll. Okay. 2 more things to go. This is fascinating to me. This is the Pictorial Review magazine. I'd never heard of this magazine before, but it says circulation 1,400,000 monthly. This is from March 1918. So that house was built in 1915. These letters say 1937 and 1938, so it doesn't really match up very well, but I thought that was neat that it was in there. It's 15 cents, and it has this picture of this little bitty girl carrying her knitting bag, and she's got her knitting needles, and she's knitting something with her little yarn, and a little puppy dog is right here. You talk about some gorgeous illustrations. And I'm going to be real careful because I don't want to damage this holding it up like this. But would y'all like to see a look through of this? Because it is just absolutely beautiful. Let's see. There's a lot of stories. And then there's a Heinz vinegar ad. And sewing machines. And let me show you this, and then I'm going to put the magazine down. Okay, I want you to see that dress style right there. And now I'm going to tell y'all about this little dress that I'm wearing. Look at the magazine ad on the back. Isn't that beautiful? So this dress that I have on was also found in the trunk, and I can't wear all of them. I can't wear this one either, really. I had to really do some wiggling to get this thing on, and it's not even buttoned up properly. It was made for somebody younger than I am, but anyway, I did manage to get it on, and I was happy about that. It has 2 pieces. It has a chiffon overlay along with a main piece that's like a slip, and the main slip is a darker blue, and then the chiffon overlay is sort of a lighter blue, and it has little buttons all over it with little ribbons, and it's just a beautiful little dress. And my daughter had so much fun playing with this little dress when she was a little girl. And then we've had it on display. I have a dressmaker's dummy that I use to make some of my clothes, and then I had it on display for a long time in the house because I was just so proud of it and happy to show it off. So it is one of my favorite pieces from the collection. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to read one of Mayell's letters. And again, this is not really a letter because it's not to anybody. It says Dear Diary, but I just call them the Mayell letters. But let me put my spectacles on here so I can see what I'm reading here. And this is dated May 1937. So it says, Dear Diary, my neighbor, Mrs. Honeycutt, is a woman of means and insists on helping me decorate the cottage. I'm grateful for her guidance because I'm not sure where to obtain the beautiful items that she recommends. Are these decorative trappings practical? No, but to me they are necessary because a few pretty items here and there make the cottage feel more like a home. Mrs. Honeycutt suggested that I put up wallpaper immediately, and she said that homes always need flowers. The first thing we did was take a trip all the way to Albemarle and visited a nurseryman named Mr. Eford. I purchased from him the most lovely and delicately scented pink rose bush. I planted it in a sunny spot right in front of the cottage. Next, we got out Mrs. Honeycutt's Sears catalog and looked for the most perfect wallpaper. It was difficult to choose because there were so many options, but I settled upon a wallpaper that looked exactly like the roses that I purchased from Mr. Eford. We carefully filled out the Sears order form and took it to Locust to be mailed. We had to mail it to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it took a while for it to get there. After waiting a month, the wallpaper finally arrived. With Mrs. Honeycutt's expert paper hanging abilities, we pasted the wallpaper up in no time. After our hard work, we sat down to a light luncheon of cucumber sandwiches and tea. Mrs. Honeycutt likes to keep things fancy. She was right. The house did need wallpaper, and it gives the room a much more cozy look and feel. And sleeping is much more pleasant with roses decorating my walls, and the scent of a rose on my bedside table. I will stop writing for now, diary, as I must tend to my vegetable garden. Isn't that sweet? Now, I'm going to put the video in the cards and also in the description below of the house tour because I want y'all to see. Some of you may remember, but I put up wallpaper with pink roses in the main bedroom of the house because of this letter. So I wanted it to be like it looked when Mayell lived there. Well, that is all for today, my friends. I hope that was relaxing for you. And if you have any questions, you let me know. You can post them down in the comment section and let me know what you think about these little snippets of time travel and looking back at all these treasures that we found in our house. Let me know what you think and tell me what your favorite was. Y'all take good care. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are somebody because God doesn't make junk, and I think you're awesome. Take good care, my friend.